Hello and welcome back to Main Character Manifesto. I am so happy to be here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I fear that I left you guys hanging last week. It was such an intense week. I know. You know what? I apologize because I feel like every single time I get on here to chat with my friends, I'm always like, I'm so busy. There's so much going on. I like blah, blah, blah. You know what? I know we all have things that are going on in our lives. So I am here to tell you that we are just showing up no matter what, and it's going to be imperfect because no one's perfect, and that's what we're doing. We're just showing up no matter what, even if we miss a week here and there. My goal is to keep showing up, and one of the things that I really want to implement into my life is how can I actually make my life a little bit easier so that I can achieve all of the things that I want to achieve. I am a overachiever, which I am also a perfectionist, which makes it super debilitating when I have so many things to do and I say yes to everything, and then that makes me like crumble and fall apart, and then I'm paralyzed and I don't do things. So let's take a deep breath. Let's all just take a deep breath, right? Like, hand on your heart, take a deep breath. We got this. Okay, everybody has things going on in their life, and it's all about how we react to them and how we move past them. But before we get into that, I just want to recap what I was doing last week. I believe the last episode, I was literally doing my makeup, getting ready because I was going to go and do this project that I was hired for. And it's just kind of crazy to think about that I decided to put myself out there and be vulnerable and start creating, start being visible, start a podcast, start an online business, which is so not conventional. Like, people around me were like, "You're doing what? And you're gonna do what? And you're gonna help people how? And what are you gonna talk about in the podcast? And who's gonna listen?" And I just got all of this resistance from everybody else. Like, can you imagine what I was feeling internally? Which is why I didn't tell so many people around me in my life what I was doing until I was almost done with my coaching certification, because I didn't want their doubts and their fear in their own lives to determine my success, or to stop me from doing what I wanted to do, because society has you thinking that, like, you have to get a conventional job, you have to have a 9 to 5, you have to save for retirement, you work in the same place, work for the same company, and then from there you're gonna hopefully retire, and then you're done, right? Like, that's it. You get married, you have kids, you have a dog, you have a house, pay for a mortgage, you travel once a year, and that's it. Like, that's not the vision that I had for myself. That is the vision that I bought into when I was 24 and I got married, but it didn't align with what I wanted. We were not compatible. We wanted different things. So now that I know and I understand, like, how life works and that you have to create your reality, now I understand what direction that I want to go. Do I still know where I'm going? I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea where I'm going to end up. But here's what I do know. What I know is I want freedom to create. I want freedom to not be in a cubicle or an office every single day. I want to create my own schedule. I want to be creative. I want to travel the world and get paid for it. I want to help other women, other businesses, even men. I will help whoever. I just love helping people and being collaborative. I love all of that. So, like, how can I use all of my skills to pour into the life that I want? If you know what you want and you know what you don't want, then it's easier to go towards that goal of what you do want. And the really cool thing that I did, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, which is last episode that you guys listened to, I was hired to be a content creator for a private group. They were here visiting. I can't really go into too many details. I did not sign an NDA, but if I mention the company that this person, one of the people, are associated with, people would know who they are. But I just, I just want to be respectful and professional, so I'm just not going to. But it was a group of young people and in their 20s, and it's just kind of crazy that it's like, I'm 43. I was hired because of my creativity and because of my work ethic and because of how I have shown up with the people that I have started to create my relationships, business relationships with. So I was hired by somebody that I met when I was the social media manager for Napa Valley Stream Fest the first year, so it's last year. I met Mario and his brother. They own Aperture Media, and he called me. He was like, hey, I have this project, and they want a content creator. They would like for you to produce this and this and this and just document and have fun and create TikToks. Like, what? I'm gonna get paid to do this? Yeah, of course. Now, let me be clear. The schedule was jam packed. It was incredible. The places that they went to, they did a lot of wine tasting and private dinners and really amazing things. I just met so many people within just kind of the network here for in hospitality. Everybody at the wineries were so nice and gracious, and it was just really enjoyable because I love working with a team. I'm very much a team player, so it was just nice. Like, it felt like a James Bond mission where we're like, okay, let's go to the next location, and you go and you get them arrive and you do this, and then the drone is flying, and then I'm getting this shot, and then you get the vertical and I get the horizontal, and it was just so cool. And I'm like, this is literally my job, like, to go to beautiful wineries and to just experience these like amazing things that like I get to document for other people. Sorry, there is a hair in my face. There we go. Sorry, if you were like listening and not watching the video, you didn't see that I was fidgeting with my face, but here we go. I am trying this new thing where I'm doing like minimal editing. I want to just like riff. I want to chat with you guys. I want it to feel natural. Sometimes when there is a little bit more that I want to like share with you guys, tips and tricks and things that I want to really remember, then I do write notes, and like I kind of have like my notes next to me and I read them off and like I give them to you so that I know that the structure is delivered well. But like when I'm catching up, it's like we're friends here. So if you follow me on Instagram, it's the same vibe. So if you're not following me there, like go find me there, and find me on TikTok too. I feel like I only have like 222 followers on there, angel numbers, but I am actively working on growing my YouTube channel, my TikTok, and my Instagram, and possibly my LinkedIn. I don't know. See, there you go. I'm such an overachiever. I also bounce from idea to idea, which is why I feel like I can't get shit done. But I digress. Let's go back to the amazing situation. Now, this schedule was intense. It was super intense. It was like from early in the morning to late at night. And then the editing, I learned a lot. I learned how I need to understand what I commit to beforehand, because I am an overachiever and I am the type of person that says like, I will get it done no matter what, but it is to my own detriment, to where I was not sleeping to get the job done. And I'm like, oh, I kind of overcommitted, and like, it's just not realistic. And then what happens is that you come out and then it looks bad on you because you're so tired that you can't produce the work. But it was totally reasonable for me to be like, it's not realistic to me for me to be here 15 hours a day, and then for me to on top go home and edit and then be here in the morning, right? So like I messed up where I didn't communicate my needs and like the expectations. So everything turned out fine. Everything's great. But I'm just like, hindsight. I should work on that. And that is like a business lesson that I've learned. Because in my all of my other events, I've been able to talk to the client, and we talk about contract, and we talk about all of these things. And this was just kind of like really fast, and I agreed to it like the night before, and so I didn't have time to brief and know everything that I needed to know. And the reason that I'm telling you this is because if you are a high achiever like me, where you will get the job done no matter what, we need to learn boundaries, and we need to know and understand that everything that we can give is not what we should give all the time. There is boundaries, and you will do a better job if you actually speak up and you stand up for yourself and you say, this is not realistic. I cannot do that. So like, how about we structure it like this so that I can produce my best work? If you do that in your relationships and your friendships and your work environment, not only are you going to be happier, you're going to be able to manage expectations of you so much better. You're going to be able to produce better work. You're going to have better relationships. You're going to have better outcomes. So if you're able to think ahead of like, okay, let's talk about what you guys need from me or a partner. What do we need of each other, and what can I realistically give, right? Like, there's been people in my life where like I meet them, and it's like maybe like a cute boy or something, and we're both so busy, and it's like, what can we realistically give to this right now? Like, we don't have that time and energy, or you don't have that time and energy. I see that you're busy over there and traveling. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So it's like, why be like, okay, I really like you, I really want to date you, and go with the feeling and be like, whatever, what the hell, like, let me just go with it, and then nothing happens and then it blows up in your face because you just went all the way in and like just felt the feelings, but like deep down in your gut you knew that the time available to actually spend wasn't there. So then you're going to build resentment, and then you're going to end up in a situation where it doesn't work. So like, why put yourself through that? I'm not saying don't go into something that's going to be hard because you're scared of being hurt. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, be realistic of like what the other person has to give, and if it's either you or them that they can't give you what you guys want at the moment, then like shelve it, like put it for like another day and be like, you know what, let's revisit this later. We're both busy. Like, it just, it's better to like revisit it later than to go into something that is not gonna work. Deep down inside, we always know. Our intuition always knows what's going to work and what's not going to work. So, with that said, listen to that gut intuition, even though you really want to hang out and meet them and get to know them, or you really want that job and you're like, oh, but that would be really cool, but then you don't have that much energy to give. Like, it's just not going to turn out right. So, manage expectations. The more we manage expectations, like, the more successful we're going to be in every area of our life. It goes right into like eating healthy, working out. Like, how many people are like, okay, I'm ready to lock in. I'm going to lock in. I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. Me, I've been saying that for months. I know. Friends, I still haven't woken up. But listen, let's manage expectations, okay? We need to figure out like, okay, I am doing like habit stacking, like how Atomic Habit says, like, work on one habit, get that nailed down, and then add another habit, and then add another habit. And then that is how you start to build a new identity of like the person that gets and keeps whatever you're trying to manifest. Take all of the risks that you are afraid to take, but analyze what your gut is trying to tell you first. Is it trying to be like, hey, yes, this is a great thing for you. I do want you to do it at some point, but like, it truly doesn't make sense for you to do it right now. Like, listen to it, because it will literally tell you all of that, but we just ignore it. And don't go for that like feeling of like feeling high and like that ecstasy of like the rush and the excitement of something happening when you know deep down inside your gut's telling you like nope, 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 that's exciting, but don't do that right now. Like, keep moving. That's not for you. That job is not for you. That job is like, draining your energy. You are, I'm 43. Like, how many summers do I really have left, like, as a young, active person? Not that many. So it's just like, I don't have time to waste. And if I am gonna do what, like, lights me up inside, I better be respectful of my own time. So if you're not setting boundaries, you're not being respectful of your own time, of your own values, of the life that you're trying to create. Like in your life, if you analyze everything that you're doing right now and like you could minimize the tension, it's probably saying no to some things that you're currently saying yes to. If you feel called out right now, I'm sorry, but it is what it is, okay? Yeah. Also, who else is into like this butter yellow? If you are just listening to me, you should go to YouTube or Spotify and check out my top because I'm obsessed with butter yellow lately. My niece is also obsessed with butter yellow, and we're just like, yes, girl. She like wears it, I wear it. We're both like obsessed. But I feel like that's going to be the color of the summer again in the second year. So I will definitely be incorporating it into my life. But anyways, to summarize today's episode, I want you guys to win because that's what we are here. We are building that main character. We are building that new identity. We are getting rid of the things that don't serve us and we're calling in everything that is meant for us. I just started reading Emma Greed's book, Start With Yourself. It is so good. I will absolutely be doing a recap on that, and we're going to be chatting about it. I have a guest coming on the podcast. We're going to record tomorrow, so hopefully that should be up next week. And there's just a lot of things that, like projects, I want to work on. I want to travel and create some fun content, some fun aesthetic content. I love filmmaking. Like, who am I? And here's the thing, I didn't know that I loved filmmaking, but I love cinematic content. So I'm gonna try and do some of that. I'm gonna do some traveling content. I'm literally gonna do and try everything and try and get paid for it all. That's literally my plan. That's my plan. How can I create content and get paid for it? That's it. And how can I help people do the same thing? How can I help people get unstuck? How can I help people believe in themselves and like take that step, that leap into that like next area or that like quantum leap from their current reality to the reality that they want? Like, how can I do that? How can I support you? How can we do this together? Like, if you're just listening to my journey and that alone gives you like hope that you can do it for yourself, amazing, because I had people that I listened to that gave me that feeling of like, yeah, if they can do it, I can do it too. So I'm here for ya. And if you have any questions, you can always DM me on Instagram. I literally answer to every one of you all the time. Like, I'm waiting for you guys to like flood in and chat on my Instagram. I'm waiting. But also, like, I have been so locked in with my message, with like my purpose, and like I keep like applying different, or I keep signing up for different masterminds and I'm learning different things on like for social media, the analytics, growth strategies, branding, personal branding, like all of the things that are required for me to be able to create content, help other people, help them build their business, help me build my business. So the fact that I keep pouring into myself, it's like things are lining up together and like they're falling into place faster and faster. And it hasn't been a fast or easy road, because this October it'll be 2 years that I officially launched my podcast. No, that I officially launched my online business. And it was rough. Like it's just so it's so confusing. So I'm finally feeling like I'm getting traction, like I'm understanding. And that is just the part of the journey, the part of the process. Whenever you start a new career, there's like a learning curve. And the first year in your career, you're not going to have it all figured out. But like the more that you show up, the more reps you put in. It's like the gym, it's like anything. The more you do something, the better you're going to get. And the more traction that you're gonna get. Like I think I have a reel that is close to getting 200,000 views, and I think I've gotten like almost 700 new followers from that on Instagram. And I'm like, that is so amazing, because it was a really intentional reel where I talked about things that I've done, that I wish I would have done in my 30s and 40s, or like in my, from 30, I put from like 35 to 45, do this, or like from 30 to 43, do this. And I just listed a bunch of different things. If you have Instagram, go look for it. It's like, you'll see which one it is. But I just spoke from the heart, and I spoke from experience, and I decided that, like, yes, I do use some AI, but like I have been using my voice and really connecting with my message and writing down what I truly want to say to my audience, because I'm building community. I want to have a community online, but then also a community that if I say, hey guys, I am hosting a retreat in Bali, let's go work on these businesses, on this mindset, on this self-identity, let's go do this together, who's in? And then I have like a group of women that are like, yes, me. And why? Because I have created and built that community with my people. And that is like the beautiful thing from this reel. I think almost 700 of those people that followed me are women. I'm pretty sure. And it's like, and they commented and they engaged. And like, if you're in social media, you know that is gold, because it means that like I spoke to my core people, which is women, and actually they're mostly Latinas. Hey girls, because we have like the same journey. I mean, I speak to all women, so I'm not going to discriminate. But anyways, yeah, I'm so excited. There's the tea. I gave you the tea. I mean, it was such an incredible opportunity to have been a part of that project, to come as a content creator and just create really high quality content for some very high-end clients. I'm grateful, and I learned a lot. I feel really passionate about what I do, and I feel encouraged on what direction to go. And then I feel like I'm just following my intuition. So like, how can you do that as well? Ugh, the amount of times I say like, it just kills me. We're gonna get through this. I promise you, we're gonna get through this. But anyways, here we are. And let's just wrap up this session, because your girl has to go do some more work happily. So thank you so much for listening. If you're not following me on Instagram, please go follow me. Like, let's be friends. Let's connect. Let's chat. I am at Cecilia_Navarro. And come and find me. Come find me on TikTok. Let's chat. Let's hang out. And until next time, if you liked this episode, if you think a friend would like it, send it to them. Sharing is caring. So until next time, I will see you then. Okay, bye.